camper in
yeah.
the back, and then put like 2 beds in the bus,
Oh,
and then
dude.
have a full kitchen and a bathroom.
In Kathy Hochul's New York, you can't have a double-decker trailer.
Kathy Hochul.
Lee Zeldin approves this message.
I fucking love those advertisements.
In Kathy Hochul's New York, your friends all want to kill you and never text you back about going snowboarding at the right time.
Yeah.
This message is sponsored by Lee Zeldin.
Damn. Lee Zeldin, I'm voting for you. I'm voting for you, Lee Zeldin.
Kathy Hochul was seen negotiating with terrorists.
She's part of the KKK.
She's part of Al Qaeda.
She's
This message is sponsored by Lee Zeldin.
I wish they just said the most bullshit stuff, and then when people are like, "That's not true," and then it's like obvious.
In Kathy Hochul's New York, Kathy Hochul supports the Sith. Kathy Hochul
Sith
supports the
Empire.
Galactic Empire. Kathy Hochul shoots lightning from her hands. No true Jedi would do this. This message is sponsored by Lee Zeldin.
Lee Zeldin, I'm voting for you, buddy.
Dude, it's
I'm not
such a
voting for
shame.
none of you guys.
Such a
You're the
shame he
fucking-
lost.
Yeah,
What a sick name though, Lee Zeldin.
Lee Zeldin. Sounds like some alien shit.
Yeah, bro's a fucking what are those stupid ugly ass aliens from Star Trek? The warrior class aliens, the Klingon.
Yeah.
Lee Zeldin sounds like such a fucking Klingon name. I expect a man
Fucking
named Lee
Klingon.
Zeldin to sell me a batleth. You ever seen that?
I've barely seen Star Trek. Actually, thinking about it.
Have you ever seen that like stupid ass curved two-handled? It's not really a sword. It's just like it's a piece of metal with it's like an ellipse, basically with like a blade on the inside, like a crescent moon with a smaller crescent moon that
And then there's a
curves
handle on
inward.
the inside.
Yeah, it's just two wrappings basically on the inside.
I think I've seen that. Yes.
It's called a batleth. It's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. I hate Star Trek so much.
Really?
Yeah, Star Trek is so gay and stupid.
It's gay and
Because
dumb.
it's just gay. It's just fucking gay communism nerd bullshit about space.
I do like You're right. You're fucking right. Oh my
'Cause
god, it is just communism.
I don't even like Star Wars, but Star Wars is a cool universe because it has fucking wizards in it,
Yeah.
and like everything is war.
Yep.
So it's like the universe is about a war.
Yes.
Every story, no matter what you tell.
That's why it's in a
every
galaxy
story,
so far,
far away,
very far.
Yeah.
extraordinarily far.
Oh,
away.
so far we can't get to it because we'll turn it into Halo or Mass Effect.
It would every time.
Like I hate sci-fi because it's like it's such a
Is it overdone? Do you think?
I think the
Or not
the
done?
premise of it is underdone. Like it can't be done correctly. The whole point of sci-fi is that it's stuff that takes place in space or it's
Yeah.
on like a galactic or universal scale or whatever. Which cool.
Would you be cool with living on like a space station? Like
Fuck
I'm gonna
no. Fuck
like
no.
what about like okay.
If we had light speed travel, so it would take like 20 minutes to
Maybe.
get
Kinda cool.
bullshit. The beginning stages of it, where people to Mars and then they terraform just the one planet, I'm not cool with that in the slightest. Because I would
you
never,
wouldn't want
I
to
would
be there.
never
Do you
wanna go
mind that
there.
they're doing it, or do you have an issue with them doing it, or do you not really care?
I don't care what the price of tea in China is. It doesn't have anything to do with me.
You think China's gonna be the first to be over there?
I don't give a shit, dude. I don't fucking care.
Fuck.
Dude, there is nothing happening in space, so I don't give a shit.
You don't believe in aliens, right?
No,
Okay.
I don't believe in space.
Space doesn't exist outside of Earth's atmosphere. It's just nothing. They're just doing a projection map. Have you ever seen they're doing drones.
They're doing a drone projection.
They're doing a
map, yeah.
drone projection map. Up in the sky. The moon's not even there.
I don't give a shit.
The
whether
moon
it's
ain't there, man.
The moon could be there. I don't give a fuck.
The moon's there, but everything else isn't there, yo.
Just wishy-washy opinions.
Yeah, it
Just completely
doesn't
lying
matter.
about everything.
Doesn't matter, dude. It's like, all right, I'm not going up there.
Sky's yellow, actually. If anybody who's seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4 knows the truth,
I think I've only seen up to the second. part.
it's not worth it.
Yeah, kind of got gay.
It's very gay. There's
got
only
very-
there's only 3 good parts of JoJo, but it requires the context of seeing.
I
all
did
of them.
like the kind of jump in time period. That was kind of an
that
interesting.
happens every time.
I know, yeah, but I like that a lot actually. Like it's a cool premise that's like, oh, you're switching time periods and it's supposed to be like a
you'd like
chronological.
if you finish the second one, you'd like the jump from 2 to 3.
And I like how it's a different character.
It's a different character.
I love that because it's like a different attitude. The dude portrays shit differently.
You would be very into it because it's like it becomes esoteric very fast.
Really?
Yeah, like
How so?
So this isn't. I mean, spoilers for the 30-year-old
No,
fucking
yeah,
franchise.
you're totally fine.
So the first
I didn't
two
mean to watch it.
first 2 parts are about like fucking magic martial arts,
Yes.
fighting using the power of the sun to channel your magic breathing martial arts to fight vampires. It becomes about ghosts. It becomes about ghost superpowers.
Oh,
Like it
it's like
doesn't
a
have any.
different,
It
like
doesn't
it's
have anything to
different
do with
harness
the
of
martial
power.
art. Yeah,
It's
bullshit.
totally different.
It goes from like, okay, so you do breathing martial arts. Your fighting spirit that allows you to channel that now turns into like a ghost that other people with ghost powers can see, and everybody's powers do stupid stuff. But like the first set of ghost powers are like main character punches stuff really good. Our second in command makes tendrils and shoots rocks really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And our supporting character is a really fast fencer knight type guy.
Gotcha.
But they're all dude ghosts that sort of hit things in a different way.
Oh.
And then the villains are all like, I put fake electrical sockets on things, and if you touch it, you magnetically get stuck to the next person who touched it, and it creates like a chain link sequence where people just get trapped together.
Using electrical outlets.
But then I put that electrical outlet on a car. And so the car has its own charge, and so it's gonna
So you're
fucking
stuck
fly.
to the car?
No, the car's gonna fly at you from across the state because its charge is drawn to you, the thing that's being
it's like
stuck
a
together.
magnetic like thing.
Yeah,
What?
but that's becomes all the powers, and then the that is the premise going forward, and then the part 4 protagonist is like, I reverse things to a different state of time when I punch them. So like I break things with my punches.
Yeah.
But then my punch power is like
Healing or brings it back to
I smash a glass bottle with my ghost power. The ghost power then reforms that bottle.
What the fuck?
But they use it in like very cool ways. Like, so you want to trap somebody in a fucking you want to trap like a bug in a glass bottle. You can't actually like put the bottle over it. So you got to smash it, lead the bug onto a piece of the broken glass,
and then reform it.
And now it's inside the complete bottle.
Is that how we like? Oh, there must be ways to. Okay.
That's like the premise of all the fights.
Yeah.
in the series going forward though, and it's kind of cool. It's just very gay.
I liked some of the animation. I liked the ways
You'd
the
actually
characters were drawn.
like it a lot.
I don't. So was that hand drawn?
All of it's hand drawn.
Yeah, right.
It's
the
always
animation
hand-drawn.
it's hand drawn. That's so cool.
It's always hand drawn, but the artist changed styles midway through part 4 to like a more slender. I don't want to use the word esoteric again, but like I guess like elegant would be the thing.
Okay.
The thing, like where the people are more slender, like the poses follow like a more dramatic center line
Okay.
and stuff, so it looks sort of out of this worldish.
Yeah.
But it's still
Like surrealist almost.
Surrealist almost. It looks
exaggerated surrealist.
very
like,
exaggerated.
Yeah,
It looks kind of nice though. But still, I mean, like that. That's exactly why I don't like sci-fi though. Is like all that stupid ghost power bullshit I just said.
Yeah.
The way that the story sort of progressed with the sort of encounters and how these powers interact with each other is exploring the narrative universe that is presented. And when the universe is much smaller, it's so much easier to sort of make cool shit out of that. But in a sci-fi universe, the setting is naturally so big that you can't actually explore anything cool and have those things interact because the center point for all these different things has to be like one narrative tie so that everything sort of follows the center line of the plot.
Yeah, it's the flow.
So like in Mass Effect, I think all the alien races in Mass Effect are so incredibly cool. I've never been one to harp on sci-fi for like making all the different aliens speak English because it's the way that you need to interact with the story.
Yeah, it's only
the same way I can't harp on the fucking the Korean port of Mass Effect 2 making the characters speak Korean. It's like we're humans on Earth. Our language needs to be our language. Yada yada.
Yeah.
You can just say that like, oh, they all speak a common language because they're all part of this like intergalactic council or whatever. So that's fine. But now the fact that all the aliens communicate the same way and interact with humans in a quote unquote human way means you've limited the very idea of aliens to like a human empathy level.
Yeah.
And it's no longer cool.
Because we're not. Yeah, it's because like how are we as the viewer, or how are we supposed to be told the culture? the understandings, how like their lifestyles work
Yeah.
under, such a small amount of like information.
Yeah.
Because like if we left the U.S. right now and went anywhere else in the entire world, it's so fucking weird.
It's
and
so
different.
It's so different.
So fucking different. It's alien. It's literally alien if we went outside of our own like bubble. So
And
like, how can we do that with a sci-fi?
And anyone who speaks English has a fucking accent.
Yeah.
Sci-fi never fucking does that. Any
They're all
alien
just-
that speaks English is always in American.
Yeah. Yeah.
They never do that. Like, because when you go to a different place,
Mhm.
that the dominant language of that culture or country or state or whatever is not English, but they speak English at you, an American English speaker, they have a fucking accent because it's not their native language.
Yeah.
And also, it is sort of weird for them to be speaking English because it's not their native language.
Yeah.
They're doing it for you to be accommodated so that you can interface with their society. Completely fine. But it's not the norm.
Especially when they don't even address that. Because sometimes they're just like,
they're just nice.
oh, they just speak English.
Yeah.
They just all know English, and they're all speaking very, very American English.
It's the language of business.
Business language.
So you have to excuse it.
You're right.
That's why. Like that's what the British Empire did was they expanded.
Colonized.
They colonized to expand business all over the world. Like
Business.
they brought business to places that didn't have it before. So now everyone in like India and the Caribbean
Actual business.
and North America, half of Europe, the Japanese, the Koreans, some of the South Koreans, Russia, China a little bit, not really China. Yeah, like India and some of Africa. Like most of the world, and of course Australia and Oceania. Most of the world speaks English to some degree.
Yeah.
It's not like the most dominant language, obviously, but the capacity for the knowledge of it is there in most places because the British Empire brought business all over the world.
Yeah.
So English is like the language of business.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which kind of fucking sucks.
What language would you like to be the business language?
The business language?
Guyanese.
No, absolutely not Guyanese. Why? Why? Because they're fucking because the fences outside of their houses are like decorated with gold. I don't know. Because they paint their house a different color, but like the homeowners association won't come after them because they're not American. No.
Oh man, you can't paint that gold.
You can't fucking do that.
It's just like a really shitty old picket fence, but like they paint it gold, so it looks really nice. It's really shiny.
It's got the weird bulb caps at the top.
Oh my god, yes, let's do that.
It looks like a Taj Mahal castle type of structure.
That one like what the fuck is it? I don't know the style of house.
Style of decorum you're trying to talk about.
Yeah. It's near Carmen Field. There's that one house that has like those huge thick walls, but it's all bubbly and has circles for windows in the wall.
Yeah, I know
it's
what
like
you're talking about.
it's got the regular old like clay shingles on the roof.
Yes.
What the fuck is that? It's definitely more south because it's meant for the hotter climate, which doesn't make any fucking sense why it's here.
Yeah,
and it looks like shit. They don't even clean it or pressure wash the walls.
No,
it looks
like shit.
It's got fucking moss and shit going on.
You know what I think looks like shit around here? Like the like lions holding shields, gargoyles outside of every fucking Italian
the one down the
building.
road, but it's all falling apart.
It's always falling apart, and also it's just in front of the driveway or like at the edge of your fence line, basically.
If we went over to like the rich neighborhood,
it's
they
just
all
to
have
show that you're Italian.
Yep.
But the rest of your house looks like the surrounding area's houses.
Yeah.
Or just looks like shit. So it's always out of place.
Always.
It's always severely out of place.
There's one house in this neighborhood that I do fucking like a lot. It's that like German inspired one that's over there. It has like the side of the wall it looks like it's more like a plastered wall, but it has like the big thick lumber trim.
I know what you're talking about.
Very nice. That house looks fucking appropriate.
That house looks sick.
Even though it's not like it doesn't fit in here necessarily. It looks nice.
Yeah.
It's not like the other ones are all fucking falling apart.
Fitting in shouldn't matter.
Yeah, we're not trying to be like conform to anything. We're just pointing out how badly these people take care of the house that they, that is supposed to be unique and different.
If I ever go to jail for anything, it'll be for killing a homeowners association representative.
Yeah, when they come to your door and they ring your doorbell 6 times in a row, waiting for you like impatiently.
Once I know what you look like the first time, if you ever come back to my house, you're getting greeted with a gun. Like, get the fuck
Or a
out.
sword.
Yeah, a sword.
What kind of sword would it be?
A Klingon bat'leth. No,
Yes.
absolutely
You'd be
not.
like shaking it
Never.
weird
I
because
would
it
never
doesn't.
own that gay piece of shit. Probably.
I'm gonna buy it for you, like a replica.
Probably like
You
a.
just throw it in the dumpster.
Probably like a.
Damn, that was $600 fucking. What the fuck?
What about like an Assassin's Creed hidden blade?
Oh,
It's like no, it's like I just have the gauntlet on, and this bitch tries to hand me like a fucking envelope from the
you
Homeowners
grab it and it goes
Association
right through the envelope
saying,
into her chest.
saying I need to mow my lawn or something, and then I reach for it and I grab it and I take it from her, but like just as a warning, I like let it spring out, and I'm like, oops, sorry.
Sorry, I
So it
forgot about
just
that.
misses her hand.
That's a good idea.
Then I like point it up at her face as I
Like,
pull my arm
oh,
back.
it's like
Oh,
it's like
whoops, my
scratching
bad.
under her chin.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I'm so sorry.
You know what I want to happen to me? Like, first of all, we
funny.
got to bring swords back for the norm to be
To duel.
to duel
To
and
duel.
we- to have normal-
Yeah, there you go.
duel. But you ever seen
Speaking of
like
duel.
you ever seen like a piece of fiction where like after somebody's like done sword fighting or like like temptress with a sword comes up and like there's somebody on their knees and they like to put the tip of the sword underneath your chin to like raise your head. I think if a woman ever did that to me, I'd come immediately. That's
You'd be
so
on your
hot.
knees, bro.
I'd
You'd be like,
I'd literally
oh
be
my
on my knees and she'd have a fucking blade to my throat, but just lift my head with it.
Damn.
See that?
I
Like,
feel-
that
no, I
cat
feel
like,
that if-
cat-like smile. That's like something a cat would do. To
I feel
you.
like any chick wearing leggings in a thigh holster with a fat pistol. That's all. Oh, in modern society would be the coolest.
If a woman just had like the Buster sword or just some gigantic hunk of metal too big for her body,
that doesn't.
but she's just carrying it anyway, I think I would fall in love immediately.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. That'd be pretty
Just
dope.
a woman carrying like the Dragon Slayer, just a 400-pound chunk of raw iron, sort of shaped like a blade.
Like a
that just-
meteorite sword from fucking what's it called?
Dark Soul.
Yeah.
Just a thing that like Artorias' gigantic, just
Massive
gigantic
sword.
ice spike. Basically,
It's like dragging on the floor everywhere they go and makes
Yeah.
sparks and shit. Like,
because those swords are awesome because they're not like they don't have the mechanical capacity of what a sword is.
yeah, so
They
it
just-
has to be used completely differently.
Have you ever seen like some bodybuilder just lifting that and then plowing it like through just a giant wood plate or something?
I don't know. I might have. I
It
don't think
doesn't.
so, though.
It doesn't cut anything. It cleaves.
Because it's just so big.
through sheer impact.
Yeah, because
The
it's just
fact
so
that-
heavy.
The fact that the impact is being made on such a tiny point of what the like quote
The
unquote
edge.
blade is. and
Yeah, the edge
yeah.
of it, right?
It just shears in that like V shape, but everything else around it explodes through the connection of kinetic energy.
That's crazy. I couldn't imagine how. Yeah, you're right. It's all about just how small of a surface area we have
And that was
towards
yeah,
contact.
that was popularized by the manga Berserk, which I don't really have a problem with it. I just wish it would show more accurately that when you thrust or like when you swing a piece of 400-pound metal through somebody, that they just explode.
Yeah.
Because in the manga they get cut in half, and that's
No,
where, like,
it's
the
like
anime
it would all the bones in their body would turn to dust.
No,
and,
you would
like,
be
they
you'd
would
be bent over into an L shape if you got hit in the ribs.
Yeah.
Like you would
You get
completely
tacoed.
collapse.
Total
over it.
taco.
Yeah, you'd be total. You would turn into the total taco.
the taco. Yes.
You've been hit by. You've been struck
Shit,
by.
I was thinking of
the
something, but I
total
lost
taco.
it. Fuck. I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna think on it.
Wow.
Oh, your commercial breaks.
Well, no, just like the sound effect of like
Oh,
just to cut
that's-
out silence or unnecessarily
Long
like unnecessary
pauses and shit,
things being
yeah.
talked about. I put one of those. Wow.
I always wonder what those are for, dude.
Because the commercial break ones, the ones that have like the just the full
That's for
eye catch at
splicing.
the end.
That's for splicing.
That's for splicing
That makes
together
sense.
two parts.
I think honestly, production throughout your piece or throughout these pieces you've been making throughout your podcast have been really like picking up and picking up and picking up, and you've been adding more and doing more and editing a little bit differently, and I like it.
I just think
I
it's
think
funny. I think it's hilarious.
I think it's a good little
because it's not
gimmick,
it's not a, like I think it's hilarious to put it's a sample, so like putting a sound effect that I didn't make. And just chopping that up a bunch of times, and now it's mine.
Yeah, because you made
because
it.
I transformed it.
it's transformative in
Yeah.
nature, and yeah.
Because I will never ever like give. Obviously, it came from Jujutsu Kaisen, but I'll never ever give credit like in the description of any of my shows or episodes to the fact that that's what's in there because I'm using it in a way that I find so hilarious.
Yeah. No, I feel that some of my artwork comes from like really similar imagery that I've like spliced apart or redone and redeveloped over and over and over and changed like the meaning of it, and that's exactly what you did. So you don't have to give credit to nothing, but you just did.
I guess in a roundabout sense, yeah, that is like the copyright roundabout law 24 article section A, whatever. I did just blatantly steal the whole eye catch and add two voiceovers.
Oh. No, wait. No. Your voice. It was your voice.
Yeah, it's my voice.
Yeah. It's yours.
Yeah, I guess.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are, you manipulated it, and yeah, it's yours.
I sure hope.
You're not going to get sued.
Your Honor, it was funny.
Your Honor, it was so good.
Your Honor,
listen back to it.
Your Honor, my client pleads oopsie daisy. Oh, read it. Don't read the charges back to me as like fucking copyright infringement. Or like read me like 3 counts of being cool.
Yeah.
Read me
I'll go to jail for being a cool guy.
Read me 3 counts of being absolutely hilarious.
I'll be on probation for being a total Chad.
Yeah, I'll be on house arrest for being too funny. That's what I'll tell people. I mean, I will manipulate the legal record.
I don't think you could do that. Thinking about that, I don't think.
I just wait for the purge to come.
Yeah, and then you can do it.
Then I'll hack
it's coming. It's
I'll
on
hack,
its way.
I'll hack the system.
You seen L.A.?
Yeah.
It's the purge, man.
Yeah, the fucking the BLM riots a couple of years ago. That was the purge.
Yeah, that was a purge.
Except when it ended, and then
nothing really happened.
That white kid shot somebody.
Yeah. What?
Now I have to put Kyle Rittenhouse on trial for 2 years because he got attacked.
Yeah, in a self-defense case.
But even though the cops like didn't do anything during those.
Yep.
They didn't do anything during those.
That's why I don't fuck with
riots.
police. I don't fuck with police after that. Actually, I haven't really fucked with them in a minute.
I don't really have a problem with like the idea of a cop, and I've had a lot.
Yeah, it's the idea. It's the execution.
I've had a lot of good interactions with police officers, and I have cops and military in my family and firefighters and stuff in my family, so I understand it.
Yeah, like first responders and shit.
I just don't like that the system enables like peaked in high school losers to completely abuse their power on normal unsuspecting people who are like wrong place, wrong time.
Or law-abiding citizens that just didn't.
Or law-abiding citizens, yeah. Like there is just
like the ATF needs to be abolished.
The ATF, because those aren't people. Those are just complete.
Agents.
Those are complete like robot drones. They're Nazis.
They're not real.
They're Nazis essentially.
They're like, Nazis. They're the KGB.
Just following orders.
They're KGB.
Any like just following orders type people are not people.
Yeah.
And that's all that those complete. There's no purpose for those federal agencies outside of having a federalcy in the first place.
Yeah, those federal agents are the soldier that shot the lady in The Last of Us at the beginning. That fucking soldier that got shot, that shot his daughter. Unnamed soldier number 1.
The guy who killed
Unnamed soldier 1.
Yeah, the guy who killed Joel's fucking mutt child.
Yeah, have to. Oh shit.
Yo, fuck The Last of Us.
Yo, that show fucking sucks.
The show's officially over. I liked some of it while it was happening.
Some of it was good.
Some episodes really got me, but in hindsight, and I will now defend that take.
Yes.
Here on moving forward, even though I have gone on record saying I liked it while it was happening, now that I have 2020 hindsight, fuck that show, dude.
That show fucking blows, dude.
I am so sick of blackwashing.
Yeah,
I am so sick of blackwashing, dude.
Damn.
You know what I hate more than blackwashing?
What?
Is having white family members who will defend blackwashing and be like, a character's race doesn't fucking matter that much. Meanwhile, they're talking to their mixed race family member who hates being mixed race, so it matters to me.
Yeah.
But white family members are like, I don't care. I don't care.
Why should you care? Why should you care?
Oh,
that's
racist.
why I don't want to go to fucking camping with those people, bro, because they're like that.
Who? What people?
They're like that, yo.
Yeah.
They're like that.
Yeah, but that's a micro. Like you have to interact with that.
I know.
Also,
barely.
we outnumber her in that mindset in that scenario.
I know. So she's just gonna.
Because if we assign Alexei all we have to do is assign Alexei to shut Maddie down. Because if Maddie starts going off on her retarded bullshit, it empowers women. All Maddie does.
It's a hive mind.
Maddie's actually a support. Maddie's a support character.
She is.
She like
She would.
you know what she is? She's a black mage. Not like a white mage type person that heals people. She gives status effects that have negative ailments to everybody else.
Oh my
Like her
God.
clumsiness, where she spills stuff or where she misspeaks, it creates like a
negative
lessening
impact.
of people's IQ,
Oh God.
and that lessening.
Dude,
of
I only
people's
got like
IQ,
a little bit of IQ left. Dude.
Yeah,
I
dude,
don't know
oh
how
my
much
God,
I can take, bro.
I only have like 6 points left, dude. Oh my
Dude,
God.
my stats are dropping so quick.
How am I going to be able to afford playing games at Dave and Buster's now? I
Fuck.
only have 6 points left.
Sick.
I want to buy the fucking guitar from the Dave and
I
Buster's
wanted
shop.
the PlayStation 5. I want the Nintendo Switch in the locked cabinet.
How am I supposed to get 360,000
The
Dave
Purge.
Buster
The Purge.
points?
I need the Buster points. I'm about to bust some points.
I'm about to shoot my fucking Buster. You know about that?
I'm about to bust this.
You know about that in like Japanese
Oh man.
in Japanese media?
Yeah.
Like in Mega Man and Power Rangers and Kamen Rider, when you don't want to call something a gun, you call it a buster. Like Mega Man's arm cannon is called the Mega Buster,
Oh, because
but
they
it's
don't want
just
to have
a
a gun.
Yeah, they just don't want to call it a gun. So Japan,
I got my Buster out.
yeah, I want that
That's
to
funny,
I
actually.
want
I
that,
like
I want
that.
that to come to like American drill rap, like
I'm about my Buster.
yeah, fucking black
Atlanta drill, just saying
yeah,
Buster every
black
5 minutes.
like black anime nerd people getting into drill rap, and they start calling that, like, usually you call it like a 9 or a switch or a blick, but you call a gun a buster.
I got my blick with my Buster.
It expands so much.
I actually like that. That'd be actually kind of funny to hear too.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious.
It's like good lingo.
It's stuck
Good
in
slang.
it's stuck in my brain the first time because I'm a huge Kamen Rider nerd. I don't know if you know what that is.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Common Rider?
yeah, in Japan, like the word tokusatsu means like special effects.
Mhm.
So it encompasses like Godzilla and Ultraman and stuff. But that also encompasses like the series that like Power Rangers is based on.
Yeah.
Super Sentai. And then that like sort of transforming hero archetype came from Spider-Man. Because Japan got the rights to Spider-Man in like the the early 70s, and they did Japanese Spider-Man.
Did you
which
ever-
is fucking hilarious. You should
I didn't even
watch
know that. Japanese Spider-Man?
It's fucking
Is
hilarious.
it good?
You should watch it. It's so funny.
Is it a movie?
It's a TV series.
Oh,
But
shit.
it's officially licensed as well. Like it's canon. He shows up in
Oh, in the multiverse?
he shows up in the Spider-Verse movie.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, I haven't seen that one. That's the second
Yeah.
one, right?
He's in the background. But
Like in the throughout.
no,
some
no, no. They're
tradition.
they're gonna do a second one coming up soon. But
Oh,
in the
okay.
first one, he shows up in the background.
That's cool.
And then
Didn't know
from that, once the license ended for Spider-Man in Japan, it was really popular. So Toei took the idea of like a transforming superhero based on a bug, and they made Kamen Rider, which the word "common" just means masked,
Huh?
just masked rider.
What?
What? Hi.
What?
What are you talking about right now? This is gay and cringe, and you're gay.
Nerd?
You're a gay nerd,
Cringe?
and you're cringe. No, so they made like a grasshopper.
I'm gonna ride
They made like a grasshopper motorcycle hero
Yes.
called Kamen Rider, and then that became like an insanely popular franchise that still runs to this day. But I was super into it when I was a kid because I was always a Power Rangers kid, and so that like the internet rabbit hole led me back to that.
Yes.
And in like the 2011 series of Kamen Rider, there's a guy called his I don't know why he's named this, but he's called Kamen Rider Birth. But he has a gun. So his gun is called the Birth Buster.
The Birth Buster. You mean what fucking
You mean
Planned
the
Parenthood is
abortion
doing?
tool?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Planned
yeah.
Parenthood. Yo, I got the Birth
Yo, I got
Buster.
the I get the Birth Buster.
Let me stick this in you real quick. Sorry, it's a coat hanger.
And I was like, what?
Ah!
When I was
I
like
hope
10,
not.
I was like 10 years
Jesus.
old. I was like, what?
Oh no. Huh?
I was like, what? Hi.
Can't be.
And I was like, oh wait, the Mega Buster. Yeah.
Yo, you know, be funny. So there's this thing at my school, and they it's part of the career management kind of program. They
Yeah.
have it's for any student that goes there. You can just go there, do whatever, and they help you clear out any dirt on you on the internet. I really want to go there, and I really hope this podcast pops up. The Birth Buster, yes.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if your full name.
No, it wouldn't. I don't think so.
I don't know. Unless that like dirt clearing program uses like AI to
Yeah,
scrub
I doubt
audio,
it. I
it
fucking
might hear me say your Instagram handle a couple times in the
Other
early
than that,
episodes.
yeah,
I don't think anything else.
yeah.
And also, it wouldn't have the power to just destroy my podcast.
It just, dude, this just blows up randomly one day in your room. You're like, what the fuck?
I wake up at 3 a.m. to just,
Not the pod
not my
track.
Zoom pod track.
Not the
before.
pod track.
No.
Looks like I gotta get a new one.
I keep this in the bag with all the microphones, so I'd lose all my microphones.
Dude, it just
and
like
my
catches on
dice
fire.
and everything.
Not the dice, not the
No,
cards.
My dice,
not the
my
cards.
Fuck.
How are we gonna play fucking Kings? Wait, what was it?
King's Cup, Lords 54.
Yeah. Oh, Lord's 50. I almost said Kings 54.
King's 54.
No, it's Lord's 50 fucking
No,
4.
there's only 4 kings per person.
Damn it. Not
Damn
King's Cup.
Not
Shit.
King's Cup. King's Cup has ruined some of our best nights. We
Has
gotta
it?
stop playing King. Well, I mean, it just ruined Malcolm's life potentially last week.
Wait, weren't they already like?
Let's not do this on the. I'll tell you after. Let's not do this on air.
Got it.
For the sanctity of his
everybody,
parents.
of fam, of the fam.
For the sanctity of Malcolm's dad, Thomas, who now listens to this.
He listens to this.
Yeah,
That's great.
he
Hello.
loves it. Hi.
How you doing, bud?
Hi.
To
Noah says hi.
the couple viewers, which is just me and him right now.
It's
just
you.
2 of us.
It's you, Malcolm, Malcolm's dad.
There's 3.
And who else? Somebody else's parent. My mom has stopped in to listen a couple times.
Oh, really?
My cousin Evan. I nearly just sunk the whole thing when my mom told me she listened to it. I'm like, all right, got to delete the whole thing.
How did she find out? Oh, you told her?
No, she just like I forgot she follows me on Instagram because I just blocked her on everything, and then I undid it a couple of years ago, and she follows me, and then the link to this show is
in there somewhere.
Is in my Instagram
Bio. Yeah.
my handle or my bio, or it's in a post or a story or something.
Damn.
And then she
You
listened
got
to it,
caught.
and it's the one she listened to, or at least that she told me she listened to, was a since deleted episode.
Okay, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah,
It's gone. Nobody can listen to this one. So
it was 47 48 Friendship Wars.
was I on that one?
No, that was the one
Before?
that was the one after I came back to us.
Private, not delete, or is it gone? Gone.
I have the files still, and if there's
keep
any,
them all.
I have all the files. Of the
Oh,
deleted
good,
ones.
good. Yeah.
I purged 60% of the show.
I know. They're all, and then you did the highlight reel, which I listened to, and that was tough. And then I kept hearing,
Malachi.
Mike.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, Mike was in a part of it, and you could hear him.
Casso?
Yeah, you can hear him in like the background for like,
Oh, yeah.
for like 15, or not even 15, not 15
What do
minutes.
you mean it
'cause
was
it's spliced.
tough?
I'm just like, this dude's what the?
Oh, no. Go ahead. Give your review.
Oh yeah, dude, it's
Give me a
great. I
review
love
of the
listening to the
highlight.
dude that drove so goddamn far not to get nothing out of nothing, and then ruined the whole night for everybody. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was just, I mean, it was actually
Now-
always fucking
Especially
good.
now that we're like giving up on Mason.
Poor Mason, poor old Mason.
Yeah, poor Mason back then. Now it's whatever.
Mason.
Oh,
I told
Mason.
Mason, why aren't we having a party at his new crib yet, huh?
Because
Yes.
it's his girlfriend's place. It's his girlfriend's apartment, and she fucking sucks.
He said he lives in Clifton Park area or something.
Clifton Park,
or-
Averill Park.
Averill Park, that's what he said.
He lives 10 minutes east of me, and I don't know why. That's still 45 minutes from his job.
Yeah.
So he's cut half the trip down, I guess. But he's living with his fucking girlfriend.
Orb-ass girlfriends.
Yo,
girlfriend.
we got how did we
Why are there
cut
more?
Malachi out and we still have
More
orbs?
orbs.
Dude, no facial features.
Ponder.
You have no personality, no soul.
You are circled.
You are a perfect sphere.
You are a sphere. We gotta polish that sphere. Make it like a fushigi looking one.
Yo,
and then we can play with it.
Mason,
like
you're dating a
fushigi.
fucking fushigi.
Stop dating fushigis, man.
Malachi, you're dating a fucking fushigi.
God damn. He never listens to this, does he?
No, he still doesn't.
Damn.
He blocked me.
I know.
His
And
girlfriend.
he only has you on Discord or some shit,
Yeah,
right?
I told you about all that.
Yeah.
You already know. It was tough for me to listen back to. I had to put all of them in like 2 times speed to just because I had to listen to like 15 straight episodes,
Which is an hour. It's 15 hours, right?
15 hours at double speed. It was 7 hours,
Jeez.
and that's just of the content. I was still like I was skipping around a little bit, but I was still trying to listen to each of
What
the
you were
bits
saying and
to see if there was something like a
worth
good joke
salvaging.
worth keeping. Yeah.
Nothing.
The first
Nada.
The first 10, there's almost nothing in there.
Damn.
11 to 20 will be a little better. because I come into my own a little bit.
Yeah.
And then there will be a third one with all of the other deleted episodes, not in the.
Don't you
11
have
to
a couple
20.
on Patreon too, or a couple behind a
Those
paywall?
there's a few. I might put all of them, all the deleted episodes, up on the Patreon. I have 0 patrons, and honestly, I kind of like it that way. I don't like having an obligation to.
Yeah. Fuck. That was
Because the show's gone nowhere, and I kind of like it like that because
because you can kind of just do
it's
whatever whenever.
it's just a private archive of our lives right now,
yeah.
and it helps me retain information on people, and that's one of my favorite things.
You devious motherfucker.
Yeah, I've gone full creepo mode, and
Creepo.
I'm cool with it now. I'm like, yeah, the things I do are not good.
Does Jess listen to this?
No, she doesn't even know it exists.
Okay.
I still have to go through and purge all mention of her existence before, before January.
Before January.
Yep.
What's January?
January is the first time she hung out with us. So
Yes.
all mention of it since is relative to
Got
her
it.
being around. So anything before that, save for I think one story, I got to get rid of, and that's got to be like a year. That's gonna take me like 6 months.
Yeah.
But I'm not deleting any of the episodes.
You're
I'm
just gonna splice parts out.
I'm just gonna open the
fix.
files and throw some sensors in there. Throw the Jujutsu Kaisen noises in there as sensors.
I know we have all these
then-
fucking great buttons, but like we we don't fucking use them too often. Now.
Well, because
we gotta label them. I'm telling you, man, it'd make my fucking brain.
yeah, I'll throw
Once you get the new pod track,
yeah, that's not gonna happen for like a year maybe.
it's too much.
Depends. Yeah, it depends.
That's a
the
lot.
next time I get $400.
Yeah,
I will,
of disposable
of
income.
disposable
Yeah,
income,
not
I will
even.
buy the PodTrack PA. Yes.
Yeah,
And that'll be like a big fucking. It's like a.
it's tall.
It's a desk. Yeah.
Oh, I know they go wide, but I didn't know if they went how tall they go.
No, it's like 3x2 of these.
Oh
It's
shit,
like a huge table.
dude, it's gonna fill up like an entire bag by itself. You're gonna need a laptop bag just for that. Then.
Yes. Yeah,
that's
I will.
that's
I'll
kinda
need
dope.
I'll need a second laptop backpack. Actually, I still have like spare backpacks from school.
Yeah.
I'll probably just put everything in that, and that'll leave me
Plenty of room.
plenty of room to like put the fucking like the bag of games and stuff in a different compartment instead of just carrying around this.
Mm.
But then it'll be my bag of Xboxes. I'll be carrying around a huge
We just
bag
sold
of
them.
valuables.
We just sold them.
You just sold them.
We
I'll
just
be carrying
got
around
them.
a huge bag of valuables that weighs a lot, and I'll be like, I hope no one steals this.
Oh no! I
Oh
hope
no!
Nobody takes
Orange
this.
Julius! Oh no! Let's go get Orange Julius after this, dude. I'm fucking
Dude.
sweating.
You sweating? It's hot in this
It
house.
is hot
yeah.
in this fucking house.
I don't know what it is.
But yeah, I
Heat?
delete anyway. Back
It's
to the
probably
thing.
heat.
Yeah, probably. It's probably the heat we're feeling.
It's probably
It's
from
probably
the heater.
hot air from the heater. Yeah. The thing I said 10 minutes ago, I fucking deleted in a since deleted episode. My mom told me she listened to an episode that we recorded after we did the kicked out episode about the brownies.
Yeah.
So we were insanely wasted talking about absolutely nothing. It is, in hindsight, probably one of the worst episodes I've posted since I started doing like the thumbnails, which marks the thumbnails mark like when I really thought it was worth putting effort in. So the quality of them goes up. But ever that was like the one and only one that my mom told me she listened to. I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking
Not the drunk one. Anything but that one, guys.
yeah.
That's funny.
It was
She
horrendous.
probably listened to it and she's like, God damn it. What is.
But she told me she listened to it in
Did
front of
she
my
s-
fucking family at Thanksgiving. And it wasn't everybody. Like my cousins and all the guys were in
I
the,
can
in the living
relate.
room. But like all
I
my
can relate.
aunts and my grandma
For
and
why-
my cousin and my female cousins, you fucking telling them I'm just having drunk podcasts and then saying everything that happens
In the podcast.
in the podcast you listen to my family in front of me. I'm like, Mom, I am going to kill myself in front of you, and it'll be your fault.
That's what you should have said that.
That's what I was thinking
You
in my
should have
brain.
said
It's
that.
like,
Mom, I'm going to blow my brains out.
that's
in
my
front of
immediate.
you.
That's my immediate thought when I like. You ever see those like Twitter posts that are like, "We're pulling you. You run into us outside. What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm killing myself in front of you to alter the course of your life forever.
Just to ruin everything. Ruin your day. Ruin your week.
That's why I want that power.
Ruin the year.
I've brought this up
This date
before.
will be in your life forever. Everybody's going to remember this as my suicide date.
I've brought this up before. Is that I want the like ability to just like revive, like have like unlimited revives from death. so I could kill
Yeah.
myself to traumatize people.
Just to fuck with them.
Oh yeah.
Just to fuck with them.
Because if you can revive yourself, there are zero
fucking,
consequences to anything. And
I wish I could revive myself.
There is a version of me that even without this power is just like acts upon pure evil instinct alone. Like a version of me that like is not religious but also didn't kill myself.
Yeah.
Because I used religion to not kill myself, and now I'm just Christian. But there's a method of
maybe you're the one that resurrected yourself, but you don't even know. And there's another Cam running around that's the evil Cam.
that kind of is what Jesus is.
Evil Cam.
Yeah, it's
Jesus is evil.
me, actually. Yeah.
Evil Cam.
I'm sure I'll get smited for saying that, but no, I believe in a loving God. I'm cool. He's cool. I'm not cool.
I keep thinking about that for like since I've been back. I've been like, am I being a good person? Am I doing the good things? And I'm like, shit. Sometimes I'm not.
Well, do you care?
I care a lot.
That's a very important thing.
That's
a very important.
I care a
piece of it.
lot.
Here's my
I
thing.
care to be a good person, but sometimes I'm like, am I just like, why am I consuming all this negative media? Why am I, you know what I mean? Like,
here's my thing.
What the fuck am I doing?
I don't give a shit about being a nice person. I am a bad person, and I try to be nice sometimes. Doing my thing, like manipulating people that I don't care about to get things that I want. I don't really give a shit about being bad. And I look back on it, it's like, oh, I did bad things. But I won. So I don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
And even when there's consequences to it, I'm like, but I won. I beat the consequences. Nothing sticks. But then I'm like, oh, shit. And I think about like things I care about or people I care about. And I'm like, oh, I'll try to be nice to them. I'll try to do good things around them and for them when they ask.
Yes.
And maybe not be such an asshole all the time unless it's funny. But most of the time, it's very funny. It is very, very funny.
Yeah. I get it.
Like, because now I can just carry spite with me everywhere. And
are you living off of spite or no?
In spite of a lot of things, yeah.
I don't think I'm living off of spite. I think I'm living is the best I possibly can at the moment where I'm at, trying to do the best thing.
Most of my like learned moral values that don't come from religion,
yes,
are simply to do things that other people would view as moral or just or good, out of spite because somebody told me that I don't do them before.
So you're like, oh, now I'm gonna do them because like fuck that person.
I'm only friends with Alexei because my mom hammered home that I'm a quitter when I was a kid, which is true. Like I quit playing soccer. I left extracurricular things. I would always abandon things when they got tough because I didn't really have like a moral, or not moral, but like an emotional like a net as a kid, because I separated parents. So they only experience half of my life at a time.
Yeah.
And they don't talk to each other because they hate each other. So any time I need counsel on something, you get half of it. I get half of what you need. Or I get one set of advice and then I get conflicting advice from the other parent. So I learned not to fully trust my parents. Yeah. So I don't have an emotional network with them. So anytime something got tough, I wouldn't really rely on their advice. I would just quit things. And then once I became my own person, I looked back on my habits and I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I am a lot of reflection and stuff. And my mom, she wasn't being abusive or anything, telling me that I'm like this. It's literally like just it's just one of my habits, or it was. It was. Because I feel like it's not now. I don't. When I see you, I don't think, oh, he's a quitter, because like stuff like, first off, podcast all the time. Yeah. You're working on it all the time, even when it's tough and when it's like inconvenient for you, you're still doing it. Oh yeah, dude. Your workout, your diet. Your training, like, but I got to look at that consciously, and then decide, okay, well, now I'll stick through things that I consciously start. Yes, because I don't want to be like that, and it's out of spite. Because somebody told me like that I'm like that. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not like that actually, and I'm gonna show you. So I don't even like Alexei very much. Like, he's funny and we're friends, but I've hurt people for less than the amount of bullshit he's put me through and stuff he's done to me. But to prove to myself that if I ever get a partner, which I don't even think is likely, I've kind of consigned to the idea of dying alone. I don't think you're gonna. I think I truly don't. Dude, you're not gonna pull a Frank. You ain't gonna pull no Frank, bro. I know that for a fucking fact, bro. What, killing myself? Yeah. I don't.
No, no,
What you mean
no.
being
Any
gay?
of that.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
being gay.
Absolutely not.
You ain't pulling no prank. No, I don't see you. No, I don't see you being like
Dying
living.
alone is a preferable alternative to being gay. Just
Okay,
off
okay,
rip.
okay. Let me rephrase this. Sorry, he's not gonna. I used Frank as a bad example. What I was trying to say is I don't see yourself being alone for so long that you end up turning gay. But also I don't see I don't see yourself being alone and then just being like, "Oh, I guess it's the only option." You know what I mean? I think over time you're going to meet more people. You're going to go I mean, you're obviously not going to stay here forever.
No, absolutely not.
Where are you going next? You don't know, right?
Ideally Colorado, yeah.
That's what I'm
Ideally,
saying.
Aurora Springs, Colorado.
Totally different mindset, different people. Like we were just talking about culture and how it's so different everywhere you fucking go. Even if you go down 30 fucking blocks down the road, totally different fucking atmosphere. There's so many goddamn people. I doubt that you're gonna. I don't like fucking hearing that shit as much as probably you like saying it. You know what I mean?
I do love saying it.
Yeah, I know you love it.
It is. All right,
That's your.
all right, you figured me out. That's fair.
I'm joking.
That's fair.
I'm joking.
But anyway, I decided that
Yes.
out of spite of what my mom says
Mm-hmm.
of who I used to be, for the purpose of me ever having a partner, to train myself to stick through bad times,
Yes.
I will keep friends around that I don't like or don't want to be around, sort of one at a time. So I focus on Alexei because he's useful, right? So I willingly put up with more bullshit from him and other people around him, instead of just cutting it off.
I mean, does he know this?
To a degree. I mean, we haven't had the sort of talks that we actually should have to iron things out between us. But I don't think.
Would you
ever
even
will.
like to?
No, because he's shown in the past that he's not willing to cede himself from any of his points. Like when he and Maddie confronted me about that thing a couple months ago.
Yes.
And I asked him.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Listen, these are art." When he said something, and I was like, "This is an argument that I can fight against rationally, and I want to prove my side to you."
Yeah,
but
and you didn't want to hear
do you
it.
even want to hear it?
Yeah.
Or do you just like hearing the sound of your own voice that much that you're just going to shit on me? And he's like, no, I don't really want to hear your side of it.
Yeah.
I lost so much respect for him that he will never gain back from me. And I don't think based on that alone that he's
Yes.
willing to cede that he did something bad enough that we won't ever really recover. So it's just a conversation we won't have. But a lot of people are like that, so I don't really put it past him. I'm selfish like that to a degree, where if somebody doesn't mean that much to me and they're trying to have a conversation like that, if I've sort of written them off already, then they're not going to get that out of me.
Mm-hmm.
I have the same fault.
Yes.
And that helps me not push him away. But, like, I only do that one person at a time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because only he presents me problems. Like, Maddie's on thin ice. Mason's on thin ice. Mason's already gone to me, but Mason's on thin ice. Maddie's on thin ice. Malcolm's on thin ice. Like only you are the only friend I have that has like never really wronged me.
I mean, I don't.
And Alexei's
want
the only
to,
friend. I know you
know.
don't. I know you don't want to, but that's because you're the only person who cares about doing good things. And Alexei's the only friend I have that's useful enough
Mm-hmm.
for my own purposes to deal with keeping around like that.
Hmm.
Malcolm's already shown a pattern of harming me in the past.
Yep.
Maddie doesn't care about me. Or
Do you feel like you
enough.
hold grudges too deep sometimes?
I don't think I hold them deep enough.
Okay.
Because
okay.
the spite I want to act out of, sometimes I won't because I'll give the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Or,
that's a good thing.
Or if I think it's not worth it to burn the bridge immediately at that present time.
And that's partially because
And then that opportunity never comes.
Got it. Okay. No, that. Okay. So people wrong you, and then you feel that you can use them for further use.
Yes.
That's why you keep them around.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I don't.
But that wronging goes in the memory books.
Yeah.
It's like that's one.
You got
less, that's one less thing.
You got
I'll
the
do
yellow
for you.
pages, but it's just the
Yeah.
black pages.
Yeah.
It's the black pages, and it's all written in like white.
It would be very intimidating
So you
if
can see it.
if I carried around like a little notebook and I just wrote stuff down every time somebody like got into an argument with me or they wronged me or anything.
Like a
Then
really
you-
tiny
then you,
one.
Then
like
you
a
have a little,
comedically
then you
tiny.
have you have a comedically
Like a-
tiny little evidence book.
like a little,
You
yeah.
pull I want to like dress really nice. Like when it's not
yes.
snowing, like wear like a full suit and stuff. And in my breast pocket,
Yeah,
just have like a
that'd be
tiny
cool.
little notebook and pencil, and then I just write down sort of, or like have one of those like bullet pens, like the ones that like the perfectly cylindrical tiny pens that just fit in your pocket right here. So you just write down little like
That'd be
slights
awesome.
or wrongs that people do against me. Because then I'm an intimidating like fucking movie villain.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. I wish you had like a little mustache you could twirl while you're doing it or some
Yeah.
shit.
Because then I can like look back on it one day and
Yeah.
then derive like a point system or the value of each of these like wrongs to me, and that will create its own moral compass where an action that I would want to take out of spite or that would harm somebody would be validated by the amount of wrong things that they've done to me.
Mm-hmm. Guess that makes sense. I
Because
feel
then
like
in a karma in like a sort of like karmic retribution way, which I don't really even believe in, but I guess that's just the right analogy for it. It's like I'm not really doing a wrong thing or a bad thing. I'm
mhm.
kind of just evening the scale
Between goods and
if I've
bads.
already been wronged. Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot to unpack. I'm just kind of like thinking about it now. That's all.
'Cause think about it like this:
Yeah.
if I act in a way that because I'm the only one who has my eyes and ears and thoughts, right?
Yes, of course.
So
Nobody
if
else
I
can.
act in a way that I view to be virtuous or correct all the time,
Okay.
and I'm gonna get it wrong sometimes. I'll do
Yeah,
bad
because
things
human error
human
and
error.
shit and
If other people, from my perspective, wrong me in very small, slight ways over and over again,
uh
like
it's like why
if
even
every time
bother?
Maddie makes me like angry or does something bad to me, if I take it out and I write out the occasion and the instance of what it is, eventually in my mind, that negativity will have built up an equal amount to a larger act that I can do
That you
that will
feel
be
is fitting.
justified based off all of these if I never intentionally
Hmm.
push back on it, right?
Yes.
That way the scales will be even and I didn't really do a wrong thing or a bad thing.
You're just
I'm
evening the
just paying
scales.
it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is shitty in itself, but like
Yeah, but
if you have the if you can gaslight yourself into believing it, you can kind of beat it into your own skull that that's not really a wrong thing to do.
hmm. Do you feel that you've ever gone too deep down in some of these rabbit holes?
Oh, of course I do all the time.
Do you ever
But
like
there's
look back
nothing
on when you've done okay, you've done a virtuous thing, you've been wronged, and then you've done maybe not malintent or malice, but maybe not the correct way to do it. You know what I mean? Do you ever like reflect on that and you're like, maybe I shouldn't have done that to that extent or this direction to that? Or you're like, ah, okay, I did it, fuck it.
buddy, the thing I spent the last year doing is entirely predatory and malicious. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got a catharsis out of it that
You made
I've
a
never fucking
realization.
felt. Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
did it clear conscious?
I get to look back on it now. And it's bad. It is bad, but I don't regret it at all because
But
it's a thing that I chose to do and then I saw it through to the end for my own goal, right?
yeah.
And
So you didn't
now
even quit. So
no, I
it's
didn't
one of those
I
things
didn't
that's
quit,
like
yeah.
it's like you're not quitting. Yeah,
And
okay.
now I get to pick up the pieces of the thing that because when you do a bad thing, you sort of break things in like an emotional sense.
Over
You
time.
break people's emotions very small, and that's a lot of pieces you have to pick up or
Yeah.
sweep up.
But do you
And
care to fix those? Because they're not your emotions, they're other people's.
if
Do you really care to? Because these are the people they're on thin ice.
yeah,
Do you really even care to, or do you want to, or do you just don't care?
some of them I think are valuable to me, or in terms of like what I can get out of them at a later time.
Okay, so
So
okay.
it is worth it to invest back into that to pick the pieces up
Mm-hmm.
and try and build it back stronger. Because like, it's not like people say that like the analogy of like when you break someone's heart, when you break someone's emotions, it's like a glass, it's like a vase. You
Yeah.
can put the pieces back together, but the cracks will always be there or
Yeah.
show. I don't view it that way. I think it's like a muscle.
Oh, it
I
grows
think when you
and
when
heals.
you overdo someone's emotional capacity, it snaps and it breaks and they react in a poor way, and you did a bad thing, right?
Or vice versa.
Or
The
vice
other way,
versa.
yeah.
But when you rebuild that, the
Mhm.
muscle grows back stronger, and so there's a higher capacity for
Of
it
resilience
of
and different
resilience
stuff
if
and-
you beat the trust back into them. I shouldn't say beat. If you earn that trust again.
Yeah, I was
Right?
about to say beat is like a.
Yeah,
I'm gonna beat the
I'm getting a
fucking
little
trust
too
back
I'm
into
getting a
you.
little too evil, dude. You're making me too comfortable being evil.
No, I don't see. I see. I don't think it's necessarily evil. I just see it as I mean, you worded it best yourself. It was just kind of like you're paying dues through,
Mm.
and I feel like it's fair because it's in a sense like that Hammurabi's code kind of shit in a sense. So I mean, I can kind of see it from there, but I don't know.
In my mind, I always have like the fucking like the movie camera watching me. So
Yeah.
I try to act cool.
Yes.
I think anytime I am like emotionally harmed or like angry about something, and like where I would write that down in that hilariously small notebook. That's like a small character development moment, or like that's a scene
Mm-hmm.
that an audience would sort of get to build back up on,
Yes.
so that the payout would be better later. And then if I act like I'm being viewed at all times, it makes
Yeah.
me feel better about the payoff of larger things, because in my mind, anybody who could see it is seeing the character arc's resolution,
Mm.
or the
They're seeing
plot,
the full picture.
the full picture of the
They're not
plot
just
coming
seeing
together.
like they're not just seeing a week's worth of conversations between
Yeah.
these people. It's like it's years and months and
When other people say my life a movie, they mean they go out and they do a lot of fun stuff. When I say my life is a movie,
it's like a drama.
my
This
life
shit's
is
a
a
drama,
drama.
bro.
My life is a soap that people are
It's
watching.
a soap opera.
Yeah.
It's a Spanish soap opera. That's
And
what it is. It's not even in English.
Yeah.
Somebody else has to like.
In all truth, I really am not that important.
I don't
Like,
think.
when I listen back to this, I'm gonna go, oh, I'm fucking terribly cringe, saying all this goofy villain bullshit. The reason I even think this way is just because I'm so alone in the first place that I need these big conversations like this to even expound any of my emotions in the first place.
Do you feel better after talking sometimes like this with me sometimes or with other people?
Yeah, in general.
Does it? Okay, that's good. That's really good. I feel that
You're the only person I talk to like this, though.
Oh, I thought sometimes you do it with Alexei, but maybe
No.
differently. It's differently though.
No, I don't open up nearly as much because
Oh.
he's twisted. He's evil. He's chaotic. Not evil the same way I say I'm evil. He's chaos. He's not to be kept about things, right? So the emotions that I could let out to him are volatile weapons that he will twist in conversation with
And then
somebody
use
else.
it against you at some point
Yeah.
almost. Yeah.
Like
'Cause
when Maddie was mad at me last.
weird. That
which
was
so stupid
because
but
it was like a miscommunication and it wasn't even worth the.
Maddie had her own thing and she was dumb because she wouldn't talk to me about it. I was
Yeah.
willing to smooth it out. So Alexei had to be a medium there.
Yeah.
But he was even worse at communicating than Maddie was about it. So he took all of the things that I said, twisted them through his own lens,
And
and
then,
then added another layer of distortion to it because he likes the chaos of it. So there was two additional layers of miscommunication that added like weeks onto how long it took for me and Maddie to make up on that.
yeah.
So I can't
I
really like
feel-
the things I talk about with him. I have to put a mask on about.
Yeah, and be careful.
So I just can't trust him about it.
I feel that personally with myself. People have said that I'm like semi like chaotic neutral, where like I like a little bit of chaos because it can make an interesting night, but also at the end of the day, it's like I'm kind of, I don't personal. I don't think that
I'd say you're chaotic good.
chaotic
If we're
good.
gonna do alignments about it.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
chaotic good.
yeah, maybe
Because neutrality, like,
is really neutral. I feel like.
well, that's true neutrality. But
Which
like,
I don't know. I feel
no,
like
chaotic neutral means like you'll do the chaos, but you don't have malice, or you don't have like limiting that chaos for the protection of others or for the sake of others.
yeah, like even when I get really ramped up on like a thought or an idea, or if I get
'Cause
upset at a situation,
the funny like spur of the moment stuff that you do that usually leads to these unforeseen scenarios never has malice behind it.
pissing on the Capitol region.
Yeah, pissing on the capital
Getting
region,
going
going to the abandoned place and getting fucking stuck in the snow.
That
like-
sucked. I was
That
just trying to
sucked-
show up
that
for a good
sucked
night.
dick, yeah,
I'm
But,
so
but exactly, you're still trying to show everybody a good night, right?
Yeah.
it had a good
Like
it had a good intent behind it. It
Yeah.
just had like a fucking weird outcome.
It did. That was fucking annoying.
So that's
I'm so happy I'm
that's
getting that shit
that's
fixed.
chaotic good, because chaotic neutral would be like, fuck it, the car's stuck. Let's just go into the place and then deal with it anyway, and then we'll deal with whatever happens inside. Then we'll deal with the car after.
Mm,
But like we get stuck, get out and push the car out.
thank God.
Your immediate thought is like, okay, that was bad. Let's get out of here. We shouldn't deal with that later. Which
Yeah.
was the right call because it was
It was
a
a-
good thing. It wasn't a neutral thing.
Yeah, okay. That's a good way to put it. I feel like
I'm getting back into like dungeon master mode because I'm idealizing the idea of everybody playing.
that's gonna be a good
playing
time.
tabletop stuff.
Once we get a tabletop game going and we can sink some hours into that, I can't wait. I'm super excited. That'd be a good time.
That should be our game
even-
night.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We get together, play
Okay.
like one board game and one card game, and then we hop into the campaign.
to jump back to what we were kind of talking about at the end of last pod. Partially, I don't have issues with people like, or that. It's just
Oh shit, that was a long callback.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys remember that? No. But it's genuinely, it's just fucking like I don't know. It's just like the way that they perceive me or something. It's weird and it's like uncomfortable. It's like I don't know how to fucking like.
Oh,
What do you want?
you're talking about libtard white woman. Just
Yeah, I think so. I think it's because like they got that empowerment thing going on, and then it fucks up like their. Because like I used to hang out with them for like mad long. Like I don't know. It's super weird. But also this is another like part to it is
it's gonna be so funny when she's on the show.
I'm yeah. Uh I don't think anything's that deep sometimes. It's always just like I think people are upset and scared all the time about shit all the time. And they're trying to do the right thing most of the time. Um you know what I mean? Like it's just like nothing's that deep
No, it
sometimes.
never is.
So it's
It's
like
always one
when
conversation
sometimes
away.
when I hear long planned thought out kind of like, "Oh, they wronged me." It's like they were the X, Y, and Z. They were fucking pissed off. They were on their goddamn period. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
exactly.
it could be fucking anything that I just don't know, nor do I care. I'm not gonna waste my energy on it. That's kind of where I kind of come from. But I acknowledge and understand where you come from
It's
too.
always you just live by the eye. Like it's really that easy. Anything that you can see, it is legitimately as simple as what you're looking at. And if you can't see it, that's the problem that you have to deal with. It once you can put
Wow,
your
that's a
eyes on
good
something,
fucking way to put it.
once you put your eyes
That's
on
a.
something, you can see what the problem is and fix it
I feel like
immediately.
I feel like also me being a dude and you being a guy and everything like that. I feel like guys always want to fix the problems
Yes.
where it just other people don't. You know?
Well, women don't.
Yeah.
Men care about things likely to dominate, like the nursing field and healthcare, childcare.
Because they're
Yeah,
they're
because
very
they care about
emotional.
people
Very
and
emotional.
keeping people's emotions and health in check, whereas men like industry and making things and fixing things. And also, like, there's a lot of communication issues between men and women where, like, when a woman complains about something just in general,
Yes.
she more just wants to exert her feelings and vent it out.
Yes.
But
I feel that.
if it's not
Or
like
I
prefaced
noticed
to a
that.
man by saying I just need to say these things,
It's
often a male brain will be like, "This
I
is a
want to
problem
fix
to
this.
fix." Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
when that's not really the case at all, and that's between most things. Because like, if they don't like us or something, all it would take is the opportunity for them to just sit down with us and let them say all the bullshit that they think is bad about us or what they don't like about us, and we have to go, "Okay, I'm glad you said that. Thank you for your opinion." And
Yeah,
then
like if they have a critique,
once they vented it out, it's
it's a
over.
critique, yeah.
Once they well, you just have to keep that in mind. Once they vented it out, it's over.
Yep.
Because now they said their thing,
And
live by the eye. Now we're just hanging out.
exactly.
Take what they say into account. Try not to be a dick,
I hope
and then
one day we can we'll iron that shit out. But like not even just with them, but like with everything. It's just like, yeah, a lot of that shit just isn't that fucking deep. But like
It never
but
is.
but then sometimes you're right with some people putting twist on it, distortion. It's like, why are you doing that? You know, it's like why are you are you having trouble understanding what I'm telling, you know what I mean? Like how like the game of telephone. And normally
Yeah.
you'd play telephone and it takes like 15 people to really fuck it up if people are paying attention. But then if you're just not paying attention, then
Alexei's the kid who like was like first or second person in line.
The
And
dude fucked.
the word is banana, and then he'll say orange, intentionally.
Yeah, it's just because it's funny, and it's like, no, it's not. It's fucking it up right now.
It's why he never played like team sports, because he couldn't.
He was never a team player.
He's not a team player.
He's
yeah.
a solo.
Yep.
I want to play Xbox with him now.
And
That
this shit
he's
talk
got-
this shit talk of course is just natural guy discourse.
Yeah, we're just.
I don't hate him at all that much.
We're just shooting the shit.
I guess I don't hate him that much.
I don't think you do. I don't think you do to the amount that sometimes you might.
Some people would perceive it as just through the words alone, because
Yeah.
my thoughts are very
Because-
much bottlenecked by language.
Because he does, yeah. Because like, despite that, you'll still call him. You'll still hang out with him. You'll do a lot with him. You'll do,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, you guys creatively work together. You do a bunch of shit for the channel. You do stuff for the pod. You hang out. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. I don't know.
I'm just a high emotion person, so I'm trying to funnel a lot of things back down into words.
It's kind of funny. The other night, I was like, for the first time in a hot minute. When I say the other night, like earlier this week, I was like, dude, I like started crying. I was like, that's funny, and I laughed, and it all like went away. And I was like, damn, bro, guys just suppress the shit out of that stuff because like trying to portray that is very difficult for me to even like why am I crying? Like,
The male ethos in the West is that
so fucking weird.
the most honorable thing you can do is to not be a burden on someone you care about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to fucking sit there and sob or be upset, and then like hanging out after the car situation at 306 at Oswego. Um, dude, like I'm so fucking mad. I'm upset. I'm bummed that the night went the way it did. I didn't get to show everybody what we were gonna do and hang out and have a fire. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I'm sitting there bummed, and then people were like, started noticing that I was bummed, and then I just instantly switched gears into
Yeah.
like happy go. You know what I mean? Even though I'm like genuinely upset.
But also, it's over.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And it was short lived.
You weren't living by the eye, buddy.
Yeah.
We're at the 306 having a fun time party. Of course, you're mad about the thing that happened, but we fixed it. It's over.
Yeah, but
Who
then
cares?
again, the vehicle is still an issue.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Yeah, that's install its own thing.
But you're not in the vehicle.
You're right.
Don't be upset about it. You
You're
can't
right.
see the problem.
But it doesn't mean it's not there.
Therefore, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't take that too much to heart to be like, I can't see it, therefore it's not real.
Yeah.
But
Mars is not real. It's,
Yeah,
it's a drone
Mars isn't
projection.
real.
It's a drone projection.
the moon is actually cheese land from Mario Kart.
Fucking cheese from Wallace and Gromit. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
I love Wallace and Gromit. That was a really interesting claymation.
Claymation is a little bit scary.
You know, it's freaky because it's like minis and miniatures and
It's
stuff.
miniatures.
Have you ever seen fuck, what was it called? Shit, I'm gonna find that. It's a film of claymation of
What
like
is it?
Dante's Inferno. It was
Oh.
it was fucking called something God or something or evil God. Fuck, I'm
I
gonna
don't
find
know.
it. Regardless,
Probably many, many years ago.
it came out semi recently, but I'll double check. But you're good. What were we saying?
Oh.
Fuck, we were talking about by the eye.
Yeah, no, it's just because like I can't see it, therefore it's not real. That's not what I mean. It's like if you're thinking about something, you're going to overthink about it if it's not in front of you to deal with, right?
Yeah.
Like the catharsis of like making a piece of art or like putting pen to paper about something
Yeah.
is never as great as you want, because if you think about it like all day and then you finally get to write it down and you start going off about it, it doesn't live up to the thing you had in your head,
Because you've been building it up
'cause
all day, right?
you built up and overthought what it was, and then once you can see it, you can write it down, and you take a second to stop and look at what you've written and read it over, but you can still see it. You can still change it and keep going and keep adding to every thought you've ever had. It's not actually done, but like you couldn't see it, you made the idea, and now you are in front of the thing, and it doesn't live up to the idea in your head, but the idea in your head was never fucking real. So you just got to get over it. What your eyes can see is what is real. It's what you wrote down, or it's what you drew, or or the person
Created or done or
created, or the
whatever.
fucking person you talked to had that conversation. Once it's done, man. Like, if you put the book away and go take a shower and then just keep thinking about it again, that's your fucking problem. Don't put the book down. Don't put the paper down. Don't put the canvas down.
Yeah.
And that's been Cameron's TED Talk. That's my piece of advice.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, thanks for coming to Noah's house for the TED Talk. That was... Fuck, what episode is this?
I don't know.
Holy shit. I have to check what episode this is before I sign off.
By the way, the name of the claymation that I was thinking about, it's called Mad God. It came out in 2021.
Mad God.
Yeah, it's
I have
about...
not seen it then.
It's fucking weird. There's like no speaking really. It's about just like different levels of hell, and it's all in claymation, so it's really fucking weird.
Check out Mad God. This has been episode 67 of Mischief Castle, signing off from Noah's house.